You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building.
Yes, a young black entrepreneur. You may not know him, but you definitely know his label and his artist.
There you go. We have P from Quality Control and Little Baby. Morning, guys.
Good morning. What's happening?
P, what's happening, my brother?
How you doing?
Little Yachty, the Migos, Lil Baby. Who else is on the QC roster?
We got Marlo. We got Collision. We got
What's shorty name from London?
Steph London.
Steph London.
Now, is Quality Control your first venture in the music business?
Nah, my first venture was Dirty Dollar. It was another label that I had with my partner, Dirty, and then we just really, we ventured off from that, and then I just recreated the label.
Mm-hmm. So it's you and Coach K that have the label together?
Yeah.
How did you guys know each other and come together to do that? And what was the thinking behind it?
I met Coach K through Gucci. Gucci, my partner, and Coach was managing Gucci at the time. And when Gucci went through his situation that he had went through, I was in the process of building a studio, but I ain't had no more artists. I really was through with the music. I was sort of fed up with it, had wasted too much money and shit.
Coach K, too. I seen Coach K get old. He used to have a black beard. I seen Coach K go through it. Coach K was stressed at times.
Yeah. So I had went to Coach K about finding somebody to rent the studio out, and he told me about the Migos.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, why don't you get back into the music shit, you know? I know you be doing your thing. Why don't you, these guys want me to manage them. Why don't you holler at Gucci? Because Gucci was in the situation he was in. Right. Like, holler at Gucci. He said, I think they'll be a good fit for you for what you're trying to do, because I seen how you been building the past couple of years out here in the street. He said, I think it'll be a good fit for you. So I had hit Gucci called me from jail. I had hollered at him about it. It was cool. Then I sent for Quavo and Takeoff.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled up, and the rest is history.
Now, what's the relationship with Gucci? You was in his wedding, and I read in his book that he had the Migos first. So y'all was his partners in the street, or?
Yeah, Gucci, my brother. Yeah, he did have the Migos first. He was going through the situation he was going through before he got locked up, and you know, shit, I hollered at him, and it was only right. They were gonna go holler at somebody else, so you know what I'm saying?
Scooped him up, home team.
Yeah.
Now, what about Little Yachty? What did you see in Yachty early on that everybody else probably didn't see?
Shit, man, he talented. Coach brought Yachty to the table. I ain't really know nothing about Yachty at first. Coach had called me one day and was like, man, I got this kid I want you to see. He said, pull up to the studio. I just want to show him to you. Then he showed him to me. And I seen him with the red hair and all that. I ain't really get it at first. But then he said, just ride and listen to the music. He said, I promise you going to get it. And I had rolled. I was riding on the highway and I was just listening to it. And it was just one song that stood out to me, that the Minnesota song.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was a hit. You know what I'm saying? So I called Kobe. I was like, this shit hard. Excuse me for cussing.
You cuss. You cuss. Now, you said only Takeoff and Quavo pulled up. Where was Offset at that time?
Offset was locked up.
He was locked up.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
remember
okay.
they used to come up here and Offset was never with them?
Yeah. But they was QC then, though, right?
Yeah. What you mean?
Like that, when they used to come up here, they was QC when it was
Yeah.
just Migos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now as far as your label's concerned, you guys have full control of your label. It's a partnership. Y'all are not distributed through nobody. It's not a
300
label
at that,
situation,
no?
right?
Now, y'all are Capital now.
They were Capital now, not 300.
Yeah, we got a partnership with Capital Music. We ain't with 300 no more.
Oh, okay.
Now tell us about Lil Baby.
Lil Baby, he the next one up out of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
He from Atlanta. He got the hottest song in the street right now. I've been knowing that kid for a long time. We come from the same background, same house. So he was out there in the streets, and I was just telling him, like, you know, Coach Coach used to tell him all the time, man, you need to rap. He used to be pulling up to the studio all the time, trying to gamble. He just wanted to gamble all the rappers and be in the streets. And one day, Coach would tell him like, man, you need to rap. You got the swag. You got money. You got everything these rappers got, and they talking about your lifestyle. Why don't you do it? But he wasn't taking it serious. Then he went to prison. So when he was in prison, we used to be talking like, when you get out, you need to take it serious. We got a studio. Why don't you take advantage of it? He got out. He ain't been out in there but like a year.
You started rapping a year ago.
Why you didn't want to rap, little baby?
I'm really into rapping. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never.
What, you looked at those rappers and was like, they're lying, they're living the life that I really am, and
No, I ain't never even just go at it like that. I just wasn't really into rapping. You know what I'm saying? Being a rapper, man.
You grew up near Young Thug too, right? You guys were cool before all this.
Definitely.
He never saw anything in you like, yo, why don't you hop on something? Because you just weren't interested.
Nah, you know, I just never tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be times just me and him at the studio. I ain't never just been like, bro, let me get on this. You know what I'm saying? That ain't never been me.
That's interesting. They had to convince you to rap because most people are trying to convince people to hear them rap.
Exactly.
And they had to try to convince you to rap. But then it kind of seems like everything's set up for you. You have people willing to work with you. You feel like it's like a destiny.
Yeah, at this point, like how it's moving, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta be meant the way it's going. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how'd you get over your gambling addiction? You still want to?
You can still gamble and rap.
Oh, is it worse now?
Man,
I got it bad.
Man, got it bad.
Are you up more than you down?
Nah, I'm down for sure. Nobody who gambles up. Nobody.
Now, what, you casino gambling or
Casino.
Oh, good. You up all the way in.
But you young as hell. I guess it's hard. You don't really hear too many young boys with a gambling addiction.
Man, that man got it bad.
I've been out here for a long time though. I'm 22 though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I've been Vegas. I'm like 11. Shit like that.
When the first time you went to Vegas?
I just went to Vegas recently since I've been out.
How much you lost?
I be losing.
That's a hundred.
What's the most you ever lost at once?
That nigga Gucci beat me out of 250.
$250,000?
Yeah, recently.
Yeah.
What is it recently?
What y'all was playing?
Ooh, just shooting dice. That nigga.
God damn.
Yeah. Gucci called me too. He didn't even tell me that, but Gucci had called me in the middle of the night. He was like, bro, I just bust little baby head. He came over there, my house playing.
What?
You probably be like, this next one, I'm going to get it all back.
That's how you always think.
$250,000?
What?
He ain't cut you no slack like, here, man, I know you're young.
Nah, he told me he gave me like
60. He gave me a 40 to keep and gave me a 20 what I own. You know what I'm saying? So he gave me like 60 right back. I had to pay him the dub back though.
Well, baby, you might need to go to rehab for this. This could get bad, man. You're going to be making a lot of money, man. This could get really bad.
But you know how I go, you know. When you win, you win. You lose, you lose. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I just got to balance it out. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what do you look for in artists, P?
Man, the first thing I look for is character. You feel what I'm saying? You know, a lot of these rappers out here, you know, they opportunists. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just looking for, first thing I look for is character. See if they got any character flaws. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could put a lot of these folks in position. They get in position, they'll try to, you know, they'll get ghosts on you. You know what I'm saying? They let that money get to their head or whatever. So first thing I look for a character in a person. Then I look to see if they hungry. You know what I'm saying? If they hungry and they want it harder than I want it, shit, I'm ready to put the bag up if they got some talent. You know what I'm saying? So,
Was there any truth to the rumor that you had to put your arm around Joe Budden and have a stern conversation with him?
we had a conversation. I mean, I think in the interview what he said, it was partially true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got no problem with that dude. It's just that, you know, people got to realize that, you know, y'all have a platform, y'all got a voice, and when y'all out here, you know, criticizing these artists and people that's out here trying to feed their family, and, you know, like Joe Budden, he was just going hard on Yada for no reason. You know, Yada 19 years old, out here making money, taking care of his family. He doing positive stuff out here. And you know, you got a platform, Joe, and you out here telling people this guy is trash. And Charlamagne, I think.
You know the guy you sit next to right now?
Yeah, I was just about to address that. I think what you said too about he the poster boy for whack rappers. You know what I'm saying?
No. I said that's how people perceive him. I don't think Yachty is like that. I like to see the young boys shining.
Yeah, a lot of I seen a lot of people had a voice, you know, just saying a lot of stuff about them. But what y'all want these kids out here doing? Y'all want them in the trap selling dope or out here robbing and killing?
Exactly.
Kid out here chasing their dream and getting money. And you got a platform and you out here telling people, you know what I'm saying, like he whack and he ain't part of the culture and he this and he that. You know, if you got a voice, you can influence others. You know what I'm saying? That can hurt his sales or hurt what he trying to do, because people can, you know, follow what you saying and before they even give them a chance, oh, Joe Budden said it, so I'm going to just run with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even give a kid a chance. That's hurting our pockets.
I think a lot of it, though, is the person's age.
Yeah, Joe's an old up north guy. He never liked anything from the South. You got to think Outkast got booed in New York back in the day.
Not only that, like, you know, Lil Yachty is not for Joe Budden, it's not for Charlamagne. My kids
Why
listen
you
to
keep
Lil
saying
Yachty.
not for Charlamagne? I don't have a problem with you, Lil Yachty.
Whatever.
What you talking about?
But like if you go to my daughter's playlist, she's 16 years old, she has Lil Yachty. That's what she likes.
Absolutely.
But you can't knock or diss records that you don't understand or that you don't feel. It's just not for you.
Yeah, I mean, and my thing is, if you don't like it, I mean, that's cool, and you can voice your opinion, but it's like I felt like it was an attack on him.
Like he was
That was
going
bullying.
too hard.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? He 19. You ain't gonna do that to me. You ain't gonna do that to no other grown man. You just picking. And I see what's the other dude name?
Ooh.
Lord Jabbar.
Lord
Lil
Jamal.
Jamal.
Whatever his name. You know, he an old hater too. You know what I'm saying? I see everything. It's like y'all picking on these kids. These kids, they only just chasing their dreams, man. How would you feel if somebody criticizing your kid? You feel what I'm saying? These guys 50 years old. You feel what I'm saying?
You right. And by the way, when we was coming up, everything that we listened to, our parents used to criticize.
Yeah.
The same exact way.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. But yeah, with Joe, it ain't no problem. I mean, I seen him.
Mm-hmm.
I just told him straight up, yo, you gotta stop. You gotta stop talking about Yachty and the incident had happened, but it ain't no problem, man.
Is it true they edited you out of the interview?
Yeah, it's true.
Because you told Joe that, so you told him to say it to the camera from what we heard.
Yeah, he said it.
And then they edited it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Said what?
To stop talking about Yachty. He promised to stop talking about Yachty.
I
You can tell P a street
nigga.
nigga. P don't never say no. He don't never say no more than necessary.
Yeah, like he appreciate right now. He's ready to laugh.
Now, is it true? Because I read an article one time that you was talking about how QC was spending so much money and you was tired of the music business. Is it true that like y'all were in a bad position financially before Bad and Bougie broke?
No, we wasn't in. No, we ain't never been in no bad financial situation. We was in a litigation with 300, and it was a lot of legal fees being spent. They had froze our money and stuff like that. Man, I'm a hustler. I've been hustling since I was in the 5th grade. I'm always get some money. You know what I'm saying? We was in a bad litigation. And it was we couldn't put product out.
They didn't want y'all to leave?
Come on, man. It's Migos. So they didn't want us to leave, but we was just in an 18-month fight, and it was just ugly, man, because we couldn't release music. We couldn't put nothing out, man. Wasn't no money coming in. Money was coming in other places, but they weren't releasing our money. They was holding our money. You know what I'm saying? It had got ugly, but nah, we ain't never been in no bad financial situation, man. We gonna get money by any means necessary.
Now, how difficult is it having these artists that you're close with, and like you said, Lil Yachty, have a fatherly relationship with Lil Baby, you wanted to make sure he wasn't in the streets, but also having to maintain the business side of things? Because sometimes things that are better business-wise might not be so great personally-wise.
Man, you just got to find the balance. You know what I'm saying? I'm personally attached to all my artists, all along. Like, they ain't even my artists, man. We just a team. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They all along like my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So all of them got a personal relationship. Sometimes it get difficult dealing with so many different personalities. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, all of us always on the same page, but sometimes people might got different directions, and this person, Lil Baby, might be going through something. You know what I'm saying? I might be trying to get, I might be so focused on the business, and what I'm trying to get Lil Baby to do, he might not want to move as fast as I am because he got $100,000 place somewhere else. And I'm trying to get him to understand that, hey, listen, I know that's good, but if you know what I'm saying, if you stay on what I'm trying to get you on, you know what I'm saying, you can get millions with this, you know what I'm saying? You got to make a sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? I try to tell him all the time, your breakthrough come from your sacrifice, what you willing to give up, you feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, you just got to find a balance, man.
Now, what happened with that interview we seen on, it was on all the blogs where Migos just said, oh, we got to catch a flight, we out.
I don't know, I wasn't there.
No.
People like, I ain't no goddamn road manager. I read once where you said more than 90% of QC artists were in jail at some point. So how do you keep everybody, I guess, disciplined, so to speak?
Man, everybody grown. You know, I can only do what I'm supposed to do by telling them. You know, I made a lot of bad choices. I've been in prison 3 times. I've been in jail 10 times. You know what I'm saying? I done been in all kind of stuff. So, and I'm older than these guys. You know what I'm saying? These guys young, and I try to just tell them about all the mistakes that I done made and the bad choices that I made, and how God blessed me to sort of recover from a lot of the bad choices that I made. So I just try to instill that in them. It's so that them to listen. You know what I'm saying? That situation where all them were locked up, it was an unfortunate situation, because it was a lot of racism going on down there in that time. They was, you know, they really set them up. But I did tell them before they went down there, hey, you know, you going to this town, y'all need to be careful how y'all move. You know, but they chose to still move how they were moving. And, you know, it was a consequence that came with it. But it was good that it happened because it was a learning experience for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But it was a bad time for us.
But even when you was younger, you didn't have the legal opportunities to make money the way that these kids do.
No, I didn't. I had to get mine the hard way.
Now, little baby, how do you fight to make sure that your album comes out when you're ready for it to come out? Because there are a lot of people on the label, and I know sometimes it gets a little like impatient.
We don't got one on the label. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't got one on the label. Like, deadline. Like, you know, like, let's go back to like what you were saying, like how you deal with like personally and business. You know what I'm saying? Like, due to the fact we do got a personal relationship, so we're gonna talk about it instead of like if it's straight business, like, hey, this your deadline. If you miss your deadline and it's a problem, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I need it done by here, little baby. Like, I got something to do, people. But maybe by the next Friday I have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna come to an agreement about everything. So it just go like that.
Is your family happy that you now got this legitimate way to make money and you don't got to worry about anything?
Not if you keep gambling.
I don't know that, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep me some money, so you know, like if I lose $250, I win $250. I'm at the same, so nobody ain't gonna know except who I was gambling. You know what I'm saying? So shit, it's the same old.
Does it change though when you sign the QC, like in your hood, like your family start, oh, you a QC now, could throw me a little something?
Cause I've been had, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I've been had the credential already, like getting money. You know what I'm saying? So like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little bit more, but you know what I'm saying? It basically the same. I've been taking care of everybody, been paying my mama them bills, whatever. So it's like the same thing, really.
And Lil Baby been around us from the start. Even when I built my first studio, he was around. Like I said, all of us came from, man, me and Lil Baby come out the same circle. So we come from.
It wasn't like a big, like, oh my God, you signed QC. You know what I'm saying? I was already running with the Migos and like,
yeah.
from Atlanta, like No P, my man, from before it was QC. Like, we didn't even have the QC name. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it wasn't like no surprise. Like, it would have been a surprise if I signed to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, you posted sign to QC. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that. So it's just how that went.
How hard is the transition from the streets to the music industry?
Super hard. Super.
What's the most difficult thing?
Like the things you do in the industry versus the things you do in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like if this happened in the industry, I'm gonna handle it different from how it would happen in the street. You know what I'm saying?
The code is different in the industry than it is in the street.
Different than it is
People
in the
don't
street.
necessarily tell you the truth about things that they're gonna do, and
Any of it is just about that. It's just like what I might take in the industry, I might not take in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, let me give you a perfect example. Where I'm from, we got this thing called shortstopping. The man on the corner right here done put in all this time, money, and work building his store. You know what I'm saying? wasn't nobody coming around when, you know, he was building his store. Wasn't nobody trying to help build it, put no money into it, do anything. But now he done built this store with his team, and now the store up and running. So all the traffic coming from the left side of the street, because people have to walk down the sidewalk from the left side to get to the store.
Mm-hmm.
The store up and bunking now. So now you want to go 2 blocks down.
On the left side, because people got to pass your shop to get to his store.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Just get his and try to sell or try to get your customers. You feel what I'm saying? Where I'm from, you get your head butt for that. You'll get something bad happen to you. But in the industry, like somebody, I done put all
work harder. Like damn.
I done put all that hard work. I done put in all that money. You ain't been nowhere to be found when we were grinding, when we were going through whatever we were going through.
Now you want to sign Quavo to a solo deal.
Yeah. Now you want to come. Now you want to come. You know what I'm saying? Try to come get my business. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If we was in the street, your head will get bust. Your head still might get bust if you you know what I'm saying, if you get caught in the wrong play. But you got to deal with stuff different. You got to you know.
Pay the lawyers.
You feel what I'm saying? The industry is just is way different than the street. You gotta be careful how you move. You know, you gotta be real cautious how you deal with the industry people, and you know the whole.
Yeah. I ain't mean to cut you off, but it's most definitely like hard for me because like I'm on a up and coming artist, but I'm already used to getting money. So a lot of stuff I gotta do, like I don't really care to do, but
you gotta do it for free.
you know what I'm saying? I
Like
gotta
when you do this Breakfast Club interview.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why I got to get up this early when I got $500,000 in the bank already? You know what I'm saying?
Like, so a lot of stuff I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That I wouldn't really. You know what I'm saying? So like that be the hard part for me. Like we gotta drive 6 hours for a show, and I pick up $2,500 on the back end or something. I'm like, I'm gonna fly, and my flight costs $1,100. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so it's definitely harder for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like versus like somebody who ain't really never had nothing,
Right.
and they on the grind. So it's me. It's like I'm on a forceful grind. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, somebody might be happy to get on the road and drive 10 hours for $2,500, but me, I'm like, man, I don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, at first it was kind of rocky, but like now, you know, I'm with whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So what's the motivation then?
this success. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I actually see it going somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm going different places. Like, I'm in different like you know, like with me rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a different light in the world. You know
Seeing
what I'm
yourself
saying?
in double XL and
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just far as just like being a.
And not
He
just
in the hood, you
and
know what I'm
not just that. He around Quavo, he around Takeoff, Offset, he around Yachty. He see these guys getting all these millions of dollars and they getting it legitimate without no consequences to it. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, that should be his bigger motivation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that definitely.
Now, when it comes to the Migos solo projects, y'all keeping all that under QC?
Man, yes. Everything is QC. I mean, we're a team, so I mean, yes.
Because there was rumors one time Quavo was gonna sign with Good Music, and
Not true.
Is that a good enough answer for you?
that's it.
you think it's necessary as a executive to come out and do interviews, or do you like being in the background?
I really like being in the background.
I had a feeling.
The only reason I did this interview, Charlamagne,
I called him.
man, he called me months ago.
Yep.
I was trying to get me on. I was like, no, I ain't doing that. But I just felt like it was a good opportunity to. The last time I talked to him, I was like, yo, I'll do it if you let Lil Baby come on here, because I'm always trying to figure out a way to get the artist some exposure. You feel what I'm saying? So if I had to take one for the team to get him some exposure, and that's Marlo right there. That's another artist that from Atlanta that we trying to, you know what I'm saying, get going. He just dropped his mixtape, The Why. Go check that out.
I just think it's important though, because growing up we saw, you know, Birdman and Diddy and Jermaine Dupri. You always
Master
saw
P.
the executives, Master P.
Yeah.
So I think it's good to see guys like P. You know what I'm saying? Just to see, just to know who's behind these artists that you're listening to.
Yeah.
How different is it working with women than men? Like having women artists sign?
Man, I don't even want to speak on that, man.
Oh, you saw the Ross interview? You saw that?
Nah, man, I done had a female artist. You know what I'm saying? We done had 2 female artists.
More
I think.
expensive.
yeah, it's more expensive and it's just difficult dealing with females. You know what I'm saying? So it's really
like what
really
makes
hard.
it? We have different needs. Like
Yeah.
we got to make sure if a woman was coming in here to do an interview, she got to look like, okay, I got to make sure my hair is done, we on camera, makeup's done, I got to get my outfit right.
Man, I had an artist. I had a female artist. I spent like. I don't even want to speak about what I
Who was
spent.
she? I don't remember.
It ain't even important no more.
Yeah. Now with the Migos too, like when do you know it's time to start putting out solo albums? Because Quavo been hot, and now Offset is like on fire. So how do you know it's like, okay, let's do it?
I mean, it's a plan. You know what I'm saying? We got it. It's a plan. We can't let y'all know the plan, but you know it's all planned out, and I mean we gonna take over the world.
Well, they said Motorsport was supposed to be on Quavo's solo. Was that true? And then they changed it to a Migos record. Was that any
Yeah,
truth
Nikki
to that?
said it was just Quavo on it at first, just her and Quavo, and then
It wasn't his solo album. It was always a Migos song. But you know, Quavo might, the way how they work, Offset might go do a song. He might go do a hook in a verse, and then it might take Quavo and take off some time because they all got different lives. You feel what I'm saying? Quavo might be at the house recording, and it just take time for Offset and Takeout to get out, and vice versa for all of them. So I think what it was, Quavo recorded that song for the Culture 2 album, but I think he was just in the studio with Nicki working, and I think she heard it and wanted to get on it. So it wasn't that it was a Quavo song; it just was a song that he made for the Migos project, and Offset and Takeoff just hadn't had a chance to put their verses on it yet.
Right. Okay.
Now y'all taking QC global too. Y'all got a Stefflon Don from the UK. Are you familiar enough with like London culture to make that work?
I mean, we done went out there. I mean, man, it's money over there, and the people over there, man, they so involved with the American culture over here and hip hop and rap or whatever, man. It's money overseas. So we, like I said, we trying to world domination, QC world domination.
she's gonna be on Lip Service, by the way, next week.
Yeah, she dope. She get busy too.
Yeah, she started off one way, and then by the end, it was a whole nother.
You gave her some alcohol in.
She don't really drink. I think she
No.
had like one drink, and that was it.
All right.
But we had a good time.
Well,
So little baby, what's next for you, brother?
I got a mixtape dropping December 1st, so they're gonna be like my 4th mixtape this year. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, the kid ain't been rapping but a year. Got a few multi-million-dollar offers on the table. Man, I just feel blessed that I'm able to, help these young dudes create some opportunities and get some money, man.
I'm booked up though.
He booked up. He booked up 5 days a week. The calendar full. He grinding. Is working. You know what I'm saying? Man, I called him the other day because when he first started rapping, we the one motivated him to start rapping, and then he said, "Well, I don't want to be over there with them because I ain't gonna get no attention because Yachty and the Migos and stuff like that." And then, but I'm with him because we already found it. Then I called him one day.
He feels some type of way about that. Definitely.
I do.
Cause Gucci had called me. Like, I know all of them. You know what I'm saying? But Gucci called like, I'm a sign. You know what I'm saying? And then they like, you wanna go with P or Gucci? But like both of them, my man, but P, you know what I'm saying? I know Gucci through P though. You know what I'm saying? Like before I was rapping or whatever. So I'm like, P already, you know what I'm saying? Like, he already focused with the Migos and Yachty. So I'm like, I might as well go with Goo out. He don't got no artist. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad they went the way I went, and I definitely was wrong. Like, P, like, most definitely, like, hands-on, whatever I got going on, you know what I'm saying? You make sure, like, I'm a priority, you know what I'm saying? Ain't like, I'm on the back burner whenever he catch me, you know what I'm saying? Like, hands-on, definitely prove me wrong, most definitely.
So you and Gooch don't have those conversations, P? Like,
Yeah, man. Listen, man, me and Gucci, man, we like Batman and Robin. You know what I'm saying? It's all fam. It's all love. And that wasn't never the situation. It was, you know what I'm saying? Because my personal partner, him and Lil Baby got business going on. You know what I'm saying? And it was more of,
And I wasn't even supposed to get the P. It wasn't even no like, no official thing. We just was having a conversation in the house. Then bro called P like, man, baby wanna sign the Gucci. I'm like, why the hell you tell P that?
Yeah, it wasn't never like that. It was, you know, me and Gucci.
Now, I can tell y'all close, because Charlamagne, what's the most expensive gift one of your best friends gave you at your wedding?
It wasn't no $100,000. No, he gave Keisha $100,000 and the chain, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I got some plates.
Gucci and Keisha, that's like my brother and sister. Me and Goo out, we swap money all the time. We swap gifts all the time, man. I was in the casino one day, and I'm gonna just tell you how generous Goo up is, man. I pulled up to a casino to gamble with him, and he was like, "Hey, bro, I bought this watch for you." When I think he was in Sweden somewhere. It was a Rolex. He just took it off his arm and just handed it to me. I was like, man, thank you. You know what I'm saying? He's generous, but we've been swapping money and doing stuff for each other, man, for years, man. So that, you know, it's genuine. That's my partner, man.
Is that something you learned from Gucci? Because when you watch Gucci now, it seems like even when you read his book, he seemed like he was a very giving person, always giving people opportunities.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, he got the biggest heart. He got one of the biggest hearts in the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people wouldn't believe how big his heart is and how generous he is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he gangster. He gangster as hell, but, you know, it's another side to him, too. You know what I'm saying? He's still in him. I just think, you know, with the drugs and stuff, people didn't ever get to see that side on. But the people that he close to, you know what I'm saying? You know, we know the real him, so.
All right.
Well, we appreciate Quality you guys
Control.
for joining us.
Is that your real Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, Lil Baby, P from Quality Control. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.